I'm Jenny of Pampering by LJ, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my weekly health reflection on my journey so far, and I want to take a look back at last week. As you know, last weekend we did a lake trip for my husband's birthday, and so last week I didn't have a long video. I think it's just 3 or 4 minutes check-in with you that I uploaded Friday night on our way down to the lake. But my plan was to do my meal prepping when I got home Sunday for the lake. I already had my meals, my meal plan ready to go, but I needed to get my snacks and some lunches and some breakfast ready for this past week's work week. And so actually that worked really well. We went down to the lake Friday night. Actually, we went down Thursday night for James' birthday. Stopped over at our daughter's house for a great dinner, and then drove down to the lake late Thursday night. So I think that's actually when I posted my video. And then Friday, James and I spent all day down at the cabin. We visited with my parents and had just a great weekend. We ended up going to the other side of the lake on one day, and then following up with my parents again on Sunday for breakfast before we drove back home on Sunday evening. So it was a really great way to relax and get away from the hubbub of our lives. You know, right now we are still in the midst of tax season, and school season is super busy with the end of the year. But it was great to get away and just pretty much unplug for 3 or 4 days, which we did. I ate a lot. I tracked everything, but I went over significantly in points Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday. I started reining it back in. By the time I got home on Sunday, I was ready to do my meal prep, and I did. I made some salads in a jar for this work week, and in just a second I'll post some video footage of that, just really short. And also I had planned to make the cinnamon roll oatmeal bake, and I ended up making that. I think that was Monday night I actually filmed and made those, but I had ready to go for the work week yogurt and those salads in a jar, and then Monday night I made the cinnamon roll oatmeal. When I got back home Sunday, I really felt like, man, I had overindulged like crazy. So I decided to do a little bit of fasting this past week, which I've done in the past, and it really doesn't bother me. You know, I kind of, long time ago, before fasting was popular, probably 40 years ago, 30 or 40 years ago, I can't remember how long it's been now, so probably I was 10, 11, or 12, and I'm almost 50. So that's how long ago it's been. My dad was on a weight loss journey. He was obese, and he started fasting pretty much and eating 1 meal a day. And that was before anyone did that, or it was popular to intermittent fast. And so he dropped a lot of weight within a couple years time period, and then for the rest of his life, which has been, you know, all the time that I've been growing up in my 20s, 30s, 40s now, and soon to be 50, my dad has kept off a significant amount of weight. He struggled with it just like I have, but he's never gotten back up to being obese or morbidly obese. And he really has done that with that 1 meal a day plan. So that was way before it was popular to even do intermittent fasting. But over the past few years, I've dabbled with it a little bit, and it's easy for me to do. It's easy for, especially when I'm at work and so busy, it's easy for me not to eat breakfast or lunch. And then when I come home at night, you know, just have a light meal, or even I can go 24 hours with a fast. So I don't do it a lot, but I really felt like I had overindulged so much. I needed to get some of that out of my system, and I'd overconsumed alcohol. At the lake, we had some great beers, some great craft beers that are local, and you know, that just makes you feel yucky when you do that for 3 days in a row. So part of my fasting was, you know, staying away from alcohol this week and really getting in my water. Now I got my water in at the lake, but I also got a lot of other beverages in too. So by the time I came home Sunday night and then into my work week this week, I really did a great job with water. And when I did a little fasting, I got some seltzer water that really helps me too. And I can do that as long as I'm really careful about my electrolytes and keeping hydrated. And I take magnesium, calcium, and potassium on a regular basis just to keep my electrolytes in balance. And so I can do that pretty easily. So I did that a couple days this week, stayed away from the alcohol. And so for the whole month of April, you know, I had 2 goals. The first goal was to lose 6 pounds in the month of April, and I was right on the trajectory to do that going down to the lake trip. And so I wanted to be able to finish strong on the last day of April. So I'm getting ready to tell you my results here in a second. The other goal I had for the month of April was to drink 64 ounces of water every single day, and I did that. I did it very well. In fact, there were several days that I went over on water. And you know what? It really helped me a lot because I just like to drink a lot. I like to keep hydrated. And like, even if we're sitting at home in the evening watching TV, I always like to have a beverage. Now, my beverage of choice in the evening is wine, but because I was drinking so much water, I was drinking, I did some flavored waters and seltzers at night instead of all the wine. And so I think that really helped a lot in the month of April. So 2 great goals. So how did I do on my first one to lose 6 pounds? I weighed in this morning, and today's Thursday. We have one more day of April. That's tomorrow morning. And I assume that my weight is going to be consistent between today and tomorrow because I'm eating really healthy today, and I'm not going to go off track this evening. And so I was down another 1.1 pound this morning at my weigh-in. So exactly total for the month is 6 pounds. I am so glad I set that goal. You know, it was about 1.5 pounds a week, and that's how it pretty much worked. There was one week that I lost 3 pounds, but the following week I stayed exactly the same, which that is so true for me. You know, I haven't had a big 3 pound loss in a long, long time. Usually it's really 0.5 pound, 1 pound, or it might even be up a little bit and then have a 2 pound loss. Consistently over time though, if I look at this journey and my past history with weight loss, I can, if I need to lose 50 pounds, it's gonna be a good 50 weeks before I'm there. 60 pounds, 60 weeks. So I am right on track with that again because I started this journey back in November. I'm right at 6 months into Weight Watchers now. And so my total weight loss is 31 pounds, something like that. And that's 30 weeks, 31 weeks. So it's exactly, my body is responding exactly the way that it should when I'm keeping everything in balance. So I need to set my goals for May. I don't think I'm going to set my goal to be 6 pounds for May. May's a little shorter, and we've got some things going on. We're gonna be a little bit hectic. We are closing on a new house next week, and so we'll be getting ready for the move. And also, we're gonna be ending the school year, and so there'll be a lot of festivities. But I am gonna set a weight loss goal. I think I'm gonna move it to 1 pound a week. So if there's 4 weeks in May, which I think there is, I'm gonna set my, I think there is 4 weeks, but I'll double check the calendar. Obviously I didn't do that before this video, but my weight goal will be either 4 or 5 pounds for the month of May, depending on how many weeks we have. So that'll be one goal, and then I'm gonna continue the water goal. I think that was really good for me. I'm gonna continue down that path. So again, May's gonna be, I'm gonna do some losing in May, and I'm going to continue my water. So that'll be my May goal plan. I haven't written those down yet, but I will. I keep my little tab in here with my yearly goals, my vision statement for myself, my mission statement, my mini goals, and my monthly goals. So it's all here. I'll write out May's soon. Actually, that'll probably happen this weekend. Let's talk about the meals that I did make for dinners this week. You know, I had planned to make, I'm still trying to clean out what's in the freezer, and I'm about finished there. In fact, I did buy some more meat, and I had a grocery order that came in last night. But last week, we ate the rest of the chicken strips and tilapia, and then I had some ground chicken in the freezer, and I used that to make my enchilada pasta skillet, and I did it in the Instant Pot this time. Oh, it was so good with ground chicken. Like I think I liked it better than when I had it with ground beef. I may keep making it that way if I could find ground chicken. Now, in my Instacart order last night, I had requested ground chicken and ground turkey. They were out of both, so they gave me lean ground beef, which is fine, but I really liked that ground chicken, and I like the ground turkey. So I popped by the store before I came home and picked up a few more things that they were out of yesterday. So right here, I'm gonna insert a little video of a few of the things I ate this week. Had a small Instacart delivery, and you can see that I got a few new things this week. So I tried that sparkling water. This is the strawberry cucumber flavor, and I actually like it pretty well. A lot of sparkling waters I don't like, but like this one. I wanted some goat cheese crumbles for my salads this week, so I picked up some of that. I needed more of the unsweetened applesauce for several different recipes I've been using that in. Lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes. You can see that I'm gonna have some Mexican this week, my spicy fat-free refried beans, some taco shells, gonna do a little rice. I needed to pick up some more of my pork chops because I like to do those in my air fryer. I tend to do those about every other week, really like those. Some more of my Velveeta shreds, and then they were out of ground turkey and ground chicken, so all of my meals this week are just gonna have to be the lean ground beef, and boy, this was really expensive. I mean, it's up to around almost $6.50 a pound right now. Super expensive in the grocery store. And then another thing of my center cut bacon, and that price has been jacked up too. I think this was $8 for this package. Groceries are really high right now just because of all the shortages. I think I spent about $75 or $80 just for this little bit, but it'll do me for this coming week. Based on those videos, you can see that I also filmed a little bit of my Instacart order from last night, and in there I showed you this water, this sparkling water that I bought. I like it. This is my second can of it. Not today, this is my first can today, but I like it. It's strawberry cucumber flavor, and it's not too sweet and it's not too salty, and it's just a hint of cucumber strawberry, so it's kind of a nice little change. So let's talk about my favorite thing from last week. That cinnamon roll oatmeal bake. I thought it was so delicious. I've only had one of them. That was today. I tried it today. So I made them last Monday and I made 4 of them. James took one to work yesterday or the day before, and when he came home last night I said, did you have the cinnamon roll bake? Oh, the yogurt stuff? That's what he said. The yogurt stuff? I go, no, it wasn't yogurt. It was cinnamon roll bake. He goes, oh yeah, I had that. I said, what do you think? It was okay. It was fine. Which tells me he wasn't really crazy about it. So I'm thinking, okay, well, I haven't had it yet. It must not be that good. I had taken it to work on Tuesday, and it's been in my work fridge since. But today I thought, okay, well, I need to eat another salad in a jar, which I did, and I need to eat my oatmeal bake. I want to try it. I dug into that sucker. It's heaven. It is wonderful. Like, it's 6 points of cinnamon roll cream cheese frosting deliciousness. I mean, it is so good. And the great thing is, I use Swerve sweetener in it and applesauce, so there's no real sugar at all. The cream cheese was the whipped cream cheese frosting with a little Swerve confectioners mixed into that with some almond milk, cinnamon, the brown sugar Swerve, and then the oatmeal. So like, it's not crazy fattening or anything. On the green plan, it's 6 points for that bowl that I just showed you in the video. Wow, it was good. Like, that's gonna be a staple. That's what I gotta say. And if James doesn't like it, I don't care, because I'm gonna eat it. It was really, really good. I'm gonna have to make that again and shoot a little video on how to make it, because it was super simple too. And I think I baked it for 35 minutes in the oven. It was great, just saying. Okay, let's talk about my plan for next week. Now, my new sheet here is working great because I'm already putting up at the top the leftovers that we have in the fridge. So we're gonna have, in the fridge, we're gonna have some scalloped potatoes left over because that's what I'm making for dinner tonight. We're having our scalloped potatoes that I've got a video on that are wonderful. They're baking right now. And we're gonna have some Amy Lou's chicken sausages, which are really low in points. I buy those from Costco and they're terrific. But we'll have leftovers in the fridge. I still have 2 servings of the enchilada skillet from last week in the fridge, so those will be for James to take for lunch this week. So those will be my leftovers in the fridge. These are those Amy Lou's chicken sausages that I get from Costco. They're 3 points on the Weight Watchers green plan for each link. They really are terrific. I still have 2 of the cinnamon roll baked oats in there, so I'm not gonna make any yet because I still have yogurt and I've got some fruit cleaned up and ready to go for this week. So those are all breakfast things that are already ready. I'll need to make a little bit more bacon to go with the English muffins this week. And then I haven't really decided what I'm gonna do for lunch at work this week. I don't know, I may end up eating the overnight oats or the cinnamon roll baked oats for more of a lunch, and then do yogurt and fruit for breakfast. I haven't decided. I'm a little burnt out on the salads in a jar. I can do those, you know, it's been 3 weeks that I've done those. 1 week I did them with chicken salad and the other 2 weeks with beans. I'm a little tired of those, so I'll probably do something different. For dinner this week, I'm hungry for taco salads, and so I'm planning on cooking a bunch of taco salad meat up and then having that with lettuce. And I bought some spicy, fat-free refried beans. I really like those. I've had them before. They're easy to heat up on the skillet, and because they're spicy, they have a lot more flavor than just the plain fat-free refried beans, so I like those a lot. I did get a package of the Mexican Spanish rice. James will eat it. I'm not a huge fan, so I probably don't need it because I'll have a lot of lettuce with my taco salad. James doesn't eat lettuce, so he needs something to bulk up his salads or tacos. I did get the white taco shells, which they're just, I think they're Mission brand, and they scan in really low points, and I'll probably crumble a few of those up. So I'll have that. I'm probably making enough of that to have 2 or 3 meals, dinner meals out of that one alone. Then I also will sub in the spaghetti this week, since we had the enchilada pasta skillet last week. This week will be the Instapot spaghetti. And again, we'll have plenty of that left over for lunches or even a couple dinners. And then I still have pork chops and peas to make. So that's gobs. It may even need to wait on one of those things until next week. We'll see. Just because the portions will be big and those will work well for leftovers. So those are 3 big dinners that that's definitely more than we need, but that's the plan for this week. I hope you guys all have a terrific week, and as I'm filming some meals as I go through this next week and maybe this weekend, I'll collect that footage, maybe even try to do a recipe video this week. Not too sure, but we'll see. If I make those cinnamon roll oats again, I'll film that. That was easy and they were good, and you guys need that recipe. I'm just saying. So, have a great week, everyone. Thanks. Thanks for watching my channel. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, underneath this video at YouTube, there is a description box. In there, I post all of the links or recipe ingredients and all of those things that you would need so you can find the information for yourself, run it through your own points builder, or go to a recipe link of where I received my original recipe. Lots of information I'm always posting there, so check that out. Also, if you like this type of video, please hit the thumbs up button at the bottom of this video. I like that. Also, you're welcome to leave me a comment. I really like those, and I will respond back to you. As well as, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you would subscribe, you will be notified right away when I upload. Otherwise, have a great day. Happy May Day, by the way. It's coming up.